You know what? I'm going to start this pod with a disclaimer.
Okay.
I want everybody to know this. Before we get started, I need you guys to know that this is the last full episode that you're getting from the mayor's office for 2024.
I like that.
But it's not a bad thing. No. You're going to get a lot of content from us. You're going to be seeing our faces a lot. Plus, we have a live show coming up. So I need you guys to do me a favor. If you are listening to me right now, if you are watching me right now, watching Adriel, watching Chris, and have yet to subscribe, have yet to like, have yet to comment on a video, then we're going to have problems going into 2025.
Not problems.
We got a live show coming up December 14th at Society Clubhouse. If I don't see a ticket purchased from you, there's going to be problems. And trust me, you do not want these problems. Because when I get mad, Adriel gets mad. And when Adriel gets mad, Chris gets upset. And you don't want to see Chris upset. Was that okay?
That was great. Great. Put fear in their heart. Yeah. Let's smash for that.
But yes, you already know what it is. Live and direct from 1990 Studios. It's the Mayor's Office podcast, baby. Adriel, I got a question for you.
Talk to me.
What episode are we at today?
67.
67 episodes. And I'm your host, Ralph, a.k.a. the Mayor, a.k.a. the Last Mayor Bender, a.k.a. excited for our final episode of 2024. And I don't do this podcast by myself. I do it with two fantastic people, my co-hosts. We're a trio. We're awesome, if I do say so myself.
Very humble.
That's fair.
I'm going to start with the owner of 1990 Studios, the man in charge, the man behind the camera, superstar in his own right, Chris Stacks Edwards. Talk to him.
What's going on? Last one of the year, boys. Mayor's Office Podcast. It's your boy, Chris, a.k.a. Stacks. Looking forward to a good one, man. I think we wrapped up a good year, put up a lot of points on the board, talk some shit, hopefully made a few friends along the way. Maybe some enemies.
Definitely some enemies.
Maybe some enemies.
Can't confirm.
Can't confirm or deny that, but
no comment.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Still got love for that person.
Absolutely. But I'm happy. We get to keep doing this. And I hope our listeners have enjoyed the year.
I think we had a really good year. I can't wait till the Spotify Wrap comes out, but I have no doubt that we did way better numbers than we did last year, and I was happy with the numbers we did last year. So shout outs to you guys who provide these numbers, provide these listens, provide these streams. But we had a chance to introduce myself. We had a chance to introduce Chris. And I got to really, really take a second here. Chris, can you put this camera on me real quick?
It's already on you.
All right. Well then, I got to tell you something about this guy. He had a big, big year. You might have seen him at TIFF with your favorite celebrity. You might have seen him turn the big 3-0 this year.
Allegedly.
You might have seen him traveling.
Allegedly.
You might have seen him out and about. You might have seen him inside. You might have seen him on TikTok, Instagram, and other social platforms. This man has multiple podcasts. He interviews multiple people. And I'm going to be honest with you. He has a ton of respect from me. And I'm not just saying it because he sits beside me. I want to give this guy a big, big shout out for 2024. My dog, my brother in Christ, AdrielSmiley.com. Talk to him.
I feel like this year, my evaluation for end of the year probably went up a little bit in my score. So I'm happy for that. But I appreciate everyone watching. I'm excited to see y'all at the live show. If y'all missed the first one, don't make the same mistake twice. And if you came to the first one, then you got to come to the second one. But I'm excited for the live show, honestly. Like, a great way to end off the year.
Definitely. I can't wait for the show. We got a lot of surprises. I think everybody by now has been able to see that Ari Day King will be our main performer. And then we also have Justin that's going to be doing some comedy and a lot of prizes. Shout outs to 9 Mile as well. They're going to be providing the food. And I know you guys are talking about that jerk salmon. And I can confirm it will be back.
That That's a reason to come back for the jerk salmon
Oh,
there you go.
alone.
Definitely.
There you go. So for today, I want to wish everybody a good day. I do want to wish everybody a good day, except for these following people.
Name them.
The individuals, I can't actually name them. I might get in trouble. But the individuals that owe people money and then disappear.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. You know who you are. If that comment hurts you listening to this, then you know who you are.
If the shoe fits.
Where?
Yeah.
Yo, I might need you to clip this so I can send it to a few people, dude.
Ooh.
You guys know who you are. Adriel wants me to gloss over it, and I will. But there's one little thing I got to say.
And I will.
The holiday seasons are coming. And if somebody is out there that owes you money, do not hesitate and reach out to them. Yes, I'm looking you right in the eye because I know you owe me money.
Mm-mm.
I know there's somebody out there that owes you money. So clip this as I speak and send it to them. Get your money so you can get your gifts. It's the holiday season, baby.
That's your gift to yourself, is getting your own money.
Getting your own money back, it's like a reward.
So this next segment we do, of course, on every episode. What happened in the year of the episode 67. Chris, of course, I know you know what this year is. We're gonna get to that last, okay? We're gonna go with the good things first.
Sweep it under the rug.
But we have to get to that year because honestly, we'll never be able to talk about that again on this podcast.
relax,
until it
relax.
happens.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
okay.
We'll get to it. But 67 was a year where there were some things. Now, this one I always think about because one, the world is different. This is not how the world works now. But if there was an athlete to do this now, who would it be? Now, Muhammad Ali refuses Army induction. That was a huge deal. Who would be the athlete to do that now if that was something that would be happening? I have someone in my mind, but who do you guys think if there was an athlete who would refuse Army induction, who do you think it would be?
Kyrie Irving.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. What about you, Chris? Anyone come to mind?
Anyone that comes to mind?
You know what's funny? You could choose any of the anti-vaxxers. Like Aaron,
Pretty much.
Aaron Rodgers is another
Rodgers,
one.
good
Rodgers
one.
wouldn't enlist.
I was thinking Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown's another one too, for sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking probably Kaepernick probably would.
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
But like we're not in that world anymore, but I thought that was super interesting. Elvis marries Priscilla. It's also in 67. I actually watched that movie recently. He met her when I think she was 14, 15.
Ugh.
Just literally just more of the goats dealing with teenagers. I don't know what it is about like goat status musician and teenage women.
Not
I don't
even just
know.
musician, actors too. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's
Any of
almost
the
like
performing arts.
yeah, like if you're
Old guy with money.
you know, Dave Chappelle is probably like one of the few.
Yeah.
And I know that triggered some people, but one of the few who's like not into the children. But Elvis Presley, and of course, not canceled, but along those lines, the formation of the ABA in 67.
Oh shit.
The ABA is a lot of what the NBA became, like All-Star Weekend. The
Yeah.
ABA brought that in. A bunch of these teams, Dr. J, coming to the NBA was from the ABA and changed the way the game was played. So the formation of the ABA is pretty cool. And one of my favorite things about going through these old years is seeing the like side leagues. So we talked about the XFL a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
NHL is probably the only league that's like, no, we've been the main thing the whole time. We don't got no side things. But seeing all these extra leagues on the side, it's crazy now because like now we wouldn't even imagine that. Like,
Yeah.
it's like they probably exist. There is a CBL. There's like the secondary football league.
Yeah, like
but-
the Canadians have like all these side leagues, but they're not
Yeah.
really directly related to the major league sports.
Yeah, they're not competing
Yeah.
on Christmas.
No.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one's watching.
Let's do some NBA 67 trivia before we get into the sad news of 67.
Oh shit, there's sad news. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris is preparing himself for that, clenching his fist right now. MVP in 1967. I want to give you the numbers, but that might give it away.
Give me the numbers.
24 points, 24 rebounds, 7.8 assists.
God damn, that has to be. That can't be Bill, so that's Wilt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year that season. You know this name, but I don't know if you think of it.
1967 Rookie of the Year. Can
Yeah.
you give me a slight hint?
No.
Can
I can't tell you what hand this guy shoots with.
Can I ask? Is Jerry?
Can I give him one?
Go.
Think of another platform other than Google.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one.
Another platform. Ask Jeeves.
You're on the right path.
On the track.
Yahoo?
Okay, keep going, keep going.
Another Chat GPT?
Bing, Dave Bing.
Oh, okay. I was never gonna get that.
Whoa. Not a big guy.
Leader in points per game.
Leader in points per game in 1967.
Yeah.
You said Will averaged 24, so it has to be someone that scored more than that.
Yeah,
Jerry?
This guy averaged 35.6.
35.6. God damn. It's not Jerry?
Not Jerry.
Can I get a hint, a position, something?
He's a white guy. He's a shooting guard.
Shooting guard.
Has a championship.
George Mikan?
No, George Mikan was retired by this time. In the 60s.
60s shooting guard.
Yeah, prolific scores. This is definitely not his only scoring championship.
Damn.
One other outside.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Manilow.
Barry. Rick Barry.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. I like the hints.
Keep them coming, Chris.
I'm the outside guy. I just said some.
I like that. What's another platform other than Google?
I wouldn't have got that one if I wasn't looking at it.
I forgot about Bing, man. What happened to Bing? Anyway,
buddy, it's still around.
It's still
Is
around?
it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
You gotta Bing it. I don't Google it. I Bing it.
That sounds crazy.
Right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And then the champion. Who won the championship that year? 67.
It has to be the Celtics.
76ers.
Wow. 76ers, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. That was Wilt?
I believe so. We're gonna pull it up here.
Okay.
Let's see this roster. How many people can you name
That's
for this
interesting.
roster?
1967, eh?
Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain, Hal Greer, Billy
wow.
Cunningham,
Don't know.
Chet Walker,
Don't know.
Luke Jackson.
Old ass niggas.
Yeah. So
Dead ass niggas.
I like that. Now we're gonna get into the sad stuff. I know this is what everyone's been here for. And Chris understood what I said right away, and I know some of y'all listening at home understood what I said right away.
I don't even know what you guys
1967 is the last time the Leafs won the Stanley Cup.
Oh, shit.
So exactly right. So we have to talk about that a little bit.
So question. The Leafs won multiple chips in the 60s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And they have 13 Stanley Cup championships. So think about the Celtics and Lakers rivalry, but one of those teams hadn't won in like 50 years.
Okay.
This is like that level. Now, of course, the Montreal Canadiens, our primary rival, just took that mark a lot farther. They're at 24 championships. But the 48 season drought is the longest in the NHL. Yeah. 48 years since the championship. That's
a big playoff drought. Or sorry, championship drought.
Yeah.
48 years, damn.
It's pretty bad. Can you guys guess who they played in the finals? I'm sure Chris has it up right now. So can you guess who they played in the finals?
Western Conference team. I'm gonna say Pittsburgh.
Montreal Canadiens. I don't think Pittsburgh was around. This is original 6 times.
Oh shit.
Long time of black and white times, buddy.
Yeah.
I got the VHS of the win at home.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That you have the VHS of that game.
Yeah. We pass it down from generation to generation of tired Leaf fans. So
Wow.
hopefully we can pass a DVD or like a
family
link.
heirloom.
Yeah. So when the Leafs win it this year,
family
we can send the link or something.
Yeah, you guys can upgrade
when they
a flash
win it.
drive now.
Yeah, when they win it. I like that. I'm looking at this roster right now. I'm thinking about how many of these guys on this team I can name. A few, but it's been so long that's kind of the issue. Is I can't name that many guys on that team. But one legend on that team who we've mentioned before, but not in a positive way, Tim Horton.
Oh, that's my guy.
Yeah. But 67, I would say an underwhelming year for a lot of reasons, but we still got some great stuff. And again, the last time the Leafs won the chip was 67. So at least something good happened.
Okay. Damn, it's supposed to be 50 years.
Yeah.
Damn. Crazy stuff, Chris. How do you feel? Are you okay? I know Adriel upset you a little bit.
I'm actually feeling pretty good. Hit a lot of my bets lately, so we just we keep on moving.
Something.
Makes up for something, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it for 1967 for the people?
That's it.
Okay. There's no black facts?
Muhammad Ali was our black facts.
Damn.
Yeah.
Only one nigga did something in 67. Crazy.
A lot of these black facts I feel like are a bit of a reach. It feels like LeBron stats where they're like the only player 24 years old and 58 days old to score 37 points. Like,
Damn.
it's a bit of a reach. So I wanted to keep it authentic and not do the reaching black facts.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
You know the ones that's like,
You want the sturdy black facts.
Yeah, like on this day, Martin Luther King had 2 cheeseburgers. It's like, okay, like, I'm happy for him. Yeah, I'm happy for him.
All right, I'm not mad at the 1967. Chris is okay. He's been hitting bets, so he's not too upset about the Leafs. And who knows? Maybe the drought will be over this year.
I hope so, man. I want to speak it to existence, but I just have so much trust issues. But I feel like we got a shot at least.
Yeah, no, me too. But I tell you, this team's looking good. Play a lot of two-way hockey.
Yes.
A lot of old-time hockey, finishing their checks right to the whistle. You know, someone gets touched, whole team's piling on, man.
Before we move on, what do you think that's about? Like, they definitely have a different attitude this year. Like, you can definitely feel it. Like, someone just made them try harder.
Oh.
But like, what do you think that's about?
Oh, honestly, easy coaching. Huge coaching difference. We just got Berube this year, and yeah, he wants responsible two-way players. He wants you're playing both ways offensively, but you're getting back. You're back checking. Our penalty kill's great. Our power play's getting better. We're in first place in the Atlantic right now, holding it down. And no, they're just sticking up for each other. They're playing like a real good team. Honestly, best goalie tandem in the NHL. I will stamp that right now.
You've been said that.
Let them know, Chris.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I'm fired up.
All right, on that note.
Hope we didn't jinx it.
Oh, shit. That would have been a great moment this year if the Leafs were won this past Stanley Cup championship. But it's okay. That could be one of the top moments for 2025.
Yes, sir.
Guys.
Yeah.
Last episode of the year, we're going to get into some top moments of 2024, okay? I need you guys to dig deep. Let me know what you got. What's up?
No, continue.
Okay. What was your favorite moment of 2024?
I want to hear what Chris's favorite moment is.
Yo, buddy, it's the mayor's office first official live podcast in May.
Okay.
Come on.
My bad.
That was an obvious one.
My bad.
Yeah.
You enjoyed yourself the first show?
Yeah, man, it was fun. I didn't know how it was kind of gonna go. I feel like I could have done better on my part to the show.
Come on.
But you know what? I learned a lot, and it was just fun being up there with the boys, doing a live show, being out there with the people. You know, I used to DJ, so that was where I would, do live events, and that was super fun. So this kind of gave me a little bit of that feeling back a little bit. Just, interacting with people outside, especially, we're way past COVID now, but just being out, not behind the screen and, just connecting with some of the listeners, our friends, our family, and, just good vibes, man. I'm looking forward to the next show too.
No, I had great vibes from that show. I think from us to just talk about what it was to actually see what it was and what we were able to do, that was big. I think at the end of the show, you guys were talking or fixing, cleaning something. I just jumped on you guys. I was we did it! Ah! And that just I don't know. That just felt like some real joy. I got that out of me. What I mean? And just seeing how all of us were able to go on stage and do what we had to do, and then on top of that, seeing all the people there. Couldn't beat that feeling for sure.
It was cathartic. I could tell I felt like you had some stress going into it.
Yeah.
And then I feel like as the day came closer, it was how is this really gonna go? There's so many moving parts.
Yeah.
And then I think you exceeded your own expectations.
For sure.
Of how well it went. So to see that, it was nah. So I can't top that for sure out of my favorite moments.
Yeah, me too.
That's a good one. For me, obviously, one is TIFF this year. Just because it was such a difference between last year where there was a strike and then this year where there was all the stars. And then seeing so many films that either are coming out now, like The Piano Lesson, or films that people are talking about Piece by Piece. And then seeing all the stars come together, it kind of really, really made me look at some celebrities different.
True.
And some better, some worse. But also kind of imagining what their lives are like in a different way. I thought about some of the celebrities where, you check Instagram and they were here at TIFF on the Tuesday, and it's on Thursday they're in Italy, at a different event. And it's like, yeah, like they're just traveling everywhere for whatever. And maybe to us, it's like, oh, this is our premiere, like our big day that we have on the calendar. And to them, it's like, this is my 14th thing this week. Yeah. I'm just showing up. But to still give that energy and seeing people who gave that was pretty cool. And then seeing Denzel now talk about him retiring and possibly being the end of his career as an actor.
We never got a chance to talk about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like I always say like no one ever retires. Yeah. So when people brought that up to me, I was like, I don't know if he's really gonna do it. Like I was skeptical. And it seems like he really is gonna retire, which I hope he does and sets a precedent for actors and actresses to retire, because we don't need to see people die on screen. Like I think about last time I saw Liam Neeson in an action movie, and that boy is almost 80 years old. Like, what are you doing fighting crime? Like, you know what I mean? So seeing Denzel or meeting him in person and then seeing how his energy is now, I'm like, he's definitely like in such a peaceful space, it seems like. So that was pretty cool. So I would say that's got to be a top moment for me, is definitely TIFF 2024.
That's dope. That's dope. Damn, I feel like you guys have more like personal moments. I meant like pop culture, but now I'm in the fields right now. Denzel retiring.
It's all about us. All about us.
On a personal note, I probably would have said the live show if I was to go personal. Pop culture wise, funny enough, when we were bringing up this topic, when you brought up the Birmingham fight, like that shit was kind of crazy to me.
That was wild.
That was probably the first viral moment in 2024 for sure. And then outside of that, like the moment that got everybody involved that are hip hop fans, the big rap beef this year.
Beef. I didn't think of that as a moment, but that has to be like the moment.
Yeah. What else can top that?
Yeah. And I think too, why that one is such a big moment for me is like everything changed. Like like we're always gonna say like pre-battle and post-battle. Like how we say pre-COVID and post-COVID.
Crazy. BC and AD.
It really is. And so I think that's the biggest part of it for me, is like that we're still kind of in it. It's not all the way gone.
The remnants are still around.
You know what I mean?
I think it's going to be like that for another year, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so as well. But I do think like whatever happens in the music industry going forward, like whatever happened in the spring, summer of this year is just kind of, the culmination of it.
100%.
And as well, like as hip hop fans, all of us, like think about all the stuff we're never gonna see again. Like Drake and J. Cole were linked arms, basically Red Rover on stage for months. That's probably not happening again. Yeah. Kendrick and J. Cole were rumored to have like a project out. That's probably never gonna happen again. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good one. That probably is the one. I think most of our listeners would say that too.
Yeah, for pop culture, I'd say it was a top moment. I just go back to that weekend when like the heart of the beef happened. Yeah, that was a interesting weekend for me. That was a long weekend just listening to back-to-back tracks, getting views from Drake fans, Kendrick fans. Talking on the phone with my boys for hours on end with different boys just about like what's going on, and just the surprise drops from both artists. Like no matter what side you took, if you're more on the Kendrick side, more on the Drake side, you have to admit like that was just a great moment. Like in general,
it's like a remember where you were moment.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing too, is like because the person I was seeing at that time I don't talk to anymore, and like that was part of the moment of like I miss Ralph's call, and then I saw the video, and then so like
you did miss my call.
Yeah, like and,
I remember.
And it's like you called me and two other people called me as well. So I was like, yo, something happened. Just Ralph is not like something happened, but like exactly as most people called me, I was like, yo, what the fuck's going on? And then again, the missing the call, seeing the video. The song. So having a moment that all of us in culture are like, remember where we were? Yeah. How often have we had that in the past 2 years? So even though, rough for some, better for others, it's still fun to have that moment as a community.
Yeah. 100%. And that was like one of those moments where it was also just like outside of hip hop. Like I'd have people who like are like, they know of Drake, they know of Kendrick, and they're like, so what's going on with this Kendrick Drake thing?
I was in the elevator.
Yeah.
And this woman saw me and she's just like, what side are you on? And I'm like, I swear to God, in my condo
Who is
elevator.
this woman?
Just some random Middle Eastern woman, man. She looked like she was in her 50s. She's like, what side are you on, Kendrick or Drake?
I respect it.
And I was just like, yo, man.
That's
it's
how
a
you
good
know,
beef.
like...
Yeah, everybody was talking about it. It was on the news, like regular CP24, CNN. So,
Do you have Kendrick's album in your top rap albums of the year?
oh, we're getting into it now?
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Okay.
I feel like we can answer that question.
Yeah. So the next topic I had here was, what were you guys' 3 favorite hip hop albums of 2024? So you want me to go first? Is what you're
I
saying?
just wanted to know if Kendrick's in there or not. You can say the whole top 3, but I just want to know if Kendrick is in there or not.
For
That's
sure.
my main question.
My favorite 3 hip hop albums of 2024, mind you, still the early December, but I went all LA.
Okay.
I went all LA.
Mm.
I did a ranking. I don't know if you guys ranked yours.
I didn't rank mine.
Okay, I ranked mine. So number 1, I went with Schoolboy Q's Blue Lips.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, and I also feel that that's the top hip hop album of the year.
Same. I feel the same way.
Agreed.
Number 2 and number 3 are both late entries. So I did number 2 was Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator.
Okay.
Heavy on my rotation. And then number 3 was GNX for me. Those are my 3 favorite hip hop albums of 2024.
Just move. Just go over there.
Just go over there.
Like,
I started crip walking the other day. It wasn't that great, but
it just flowed out of you.
You just throw your
it just
back
started
out, did you?
happening.
You were walking from the
I
washroom
started
to the kitchen.
squabbling up. But yeah, I went all LA. My honorable mention would be Doechii.
Okay.
For sure.
Another LA. Well, not technically
Is
LA.
she LA?
But TD, not LA.
Oh, she's TDE. Yeah,
but
for sure.
LA
for sure.
adjacent.
Yeah, I would say that. Those are my my 3. What
Chris,
about you guys?
Chris, who you got?
So I got, I'd probably put it at number 1, but yeah, I got Blue Lips, Schoolboy Q in there. Another album that came out recently that I've been bumping a lot that I think it's going to be in there. Still Praying, West Side Gun, DJ Drama.
Shout out to West
Just
Side.
the production on that. I love the production
It's
on
a
it.
vibe.
It's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
you could throw it on any time of day.
Yeah.
I could wake up to it, but then I can also like pop my shit to it at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Yo, and buddy, who doesn't like the West Side Gun ad-libs? With some DJ Drama ad-libs in there too?
Perfect mix.
Come on. And then, honestly, it's between, I'd probably go, I'm really liking King of Mischievous South, Denzel Curry's
Denzel
new project
Curry.
that he
Okay.
dropped.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
haven't
got
heard that
some
one
cool
yet.
vibes.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's solid. That's probably my number 3. And then just for shits, I threw in the Reaper, EBK J-Bo.
Wow.
LA guy. I've been playing that one. I was playing that one a few months ago when it dropped.
Oh, you're gonna be crip walking with
You know,
me.
maybe Leo, I might see you down there. I don't know if I'm gonna be crip walking, but I'll watch you do it and like, hype you up.
I appreciate
LA,
it.
LA podcast.
Yeah.
I got Blue Lips as well. So clearly, Blue Lips was the album of the year in the hip hop
I
category.
think it is.
Yeah.
Honestly.
and not nominated for a Grammy somehow.
That's
Crazy.
insane.
insanity.
J. Cole might delete later.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think the album is so good.
Good project. For
Yeah,
sure. I
like-
think it just the timing of it, and it was just weird.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that's one of those albums that I think for real when you listen back, whatever, 3 years from now,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, was this good at the time? Like I don't remember this.
I honestly, go ahead.
Because it's like usually there's so much albums coming out. It's like talk about Absol we've even mentioned, like, but he did something to kind of ruin his album. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's just other albums coming out that makes it happen. He legitimately ruined his own album.
Anti-promo.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
I mean, he had the rollout
Yeah.
perfect. Like,
yeah.
drop might delete later. Gets everybody hyped for the fall off. Plus, I have the concert. What's the name of the concert again?
Oh, Dreamville Fest?
Yeah, I have the festival.
Yeah.
Boom, done. Simple. But then it's just the timing of it. And then I was hearing rumors that Drake was actually supposed to perform at Dreamville Fest too.
Yeah,
So
that's
that would have
rumor.
made Might Delete Later just do fucking astronomical numbers. But I was gonna say, because I almost cut you off, but Pi, the record with Daylight and Ab Soul on that
Yeah.
project, I think lyricism wise is the best hip hop track of 2024.
Best rapping of the year.
Best rapping of the year.
I
Like
agree.
from all 3.
I agree with that.
Ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't heard that track, Pi, go put that on your Serato.
And then my last one, I can't believe none of y'all had this. Glorilla, Glorious.
Oh.
Yeah, Glow's up there. Glow's.
It's
I was
up
just
there.
thinking like hip hop. Like no, trust me. We gave Glow her flowers last episode.
Yeah.
But I'll fuck with Glow for sure.
No,
That's a good one.
because that has I think 3 or 4 songs from that on my gym playlist,
Mm.
which gets a lot of play. So it's like Glorilla's in the rotation. You know,
You could damn near put that whole. You could just listen to that album in the gym.
I'm telling
actually.
you, Glorilla is not a joke.
Outside of the
like,
Kirk Franklin track.
Yeah,
yeah, that's the worst track on there, like
Yeah.
by a mile.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love Kirk Franklin, but that's
Yeah.
not it. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I like everybody's list, yo. Chris was a little more obscure, but I need to get
Yeah.
into it. Like, so the Denzel Curry was good, eh?
Yeah, I liked it, man. I think I'm gonna go see him. I think he's coming in May. A buddy of mine hit me up. He's a big fan, so I was like, yeah, I'll roll.
I want to see Denzel Curry live. I feel like he has a good live show.
Oh, must be. He's got a lot of energy,
Mhm.
and I'm curious to see what his live. I'm curious to see what his live performance is. Is he gonna be, with a backing track, or is he gonna be just?
I think he's really rapping.
I think he's rapping. Me too.
Because he can really rap. Like,
Yeah,
I was saying this when we talked about Young Nudie
Yeah.
last week. I was like, Denzel Curry could really, really rap, but I don't know if everyone knows that.
yeah.
I think people think of him as like more like a chill hip hop, like just vibes type of guy
Yeah.
in terms of energy. But like he can really rap.
Yeah,
like
but he's got a lot of like high energy tracks too, and even
Yeah.
that project Melt
yes,
was super cool.
Yeah. Even his stuff he did with Kenny Beats, like
yeah.
Fuck with Denzel Curry.
yeah, he's nice.
He has a track with A$AP Ferg on Ferg's last album. That was hard.
I still haven't listened to Ferg's album,
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Me
okay.
neither. Oh,
Yeah, that's why none of us mentioned it.
Yeah, fair.
No
'Cause
disrespect to Ferg.
He's not from LA, that's why.
It was the Jalen Brown feature that tripped me
The
up.
Jalen Brown feature.
The nigga needs to enlist. What is he doing?
Oh my goodness.
So that's our favorite 3 hip hop albums of 2024.
Mhm.
What about non-rap? We always do the non-rap suggestions.
Yeah.
So I figured that why not throw a non-rap suggestion out there for people, but an album instead of a song?
Okay, I'm gonna go first because I couldn't narrow it down to 3. I tried to stay away from just R&B albums, but there's a lot of good R&B albums that came out this year, so I couldn't stay away. So I'm just gonna name all the ones that I had in consideration because I couldn't narrow it down.
How many you got?
I got 6.
Okay.
I got one.
You can cut that to 3.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do
I
it.
didn't know we were doing 3 for that. I did what?
I
I got one too.
Yeah, okay.
But now I'm gonna throw one more in it.
Yeah,
Go.
I got a backup.
I got some for everybody.
Okay.
Okay. If you need some non-rap in your life, I'm giving you the keys right now. Okay. Mutt, Leon Thomas, one of the best albums of the year. No Worries, Why Laud, that's Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. That's like a no skips. Thames, Born in the Wild.
Oh, that's a great album.
If you want some, a different vibe. And Thames kind of goes all over the place on this one in a good way. Lucky Day, Algorithm. That was one of those albums that the day it came out, I was like, I might be a Lucky Day fan now. So that's up there. Flow, Access, All Areas. They're bringing back that Destiny's Child vibes, which I feel like we don't have. Like, do we have like a girl group R&B pop type? Like, they seem more R&B, but
The Flow album was good too. Glorilla's on that as well. by the way.
yeah, Flow, Access, All Areas. And then this might be my album of the year or one of. The Last Dinner Party, Prelude to Ecstasy. I've mentioned them before. I keep going back to this album and it still slaps. And I'm almost confused at this point. I'm like, am I just drinking the Kool-Aid or is this album actually good? This album's actually good. So there's your 6 albums that Ralph did not ask for. But I couldn't narrow it down. They're all really good.
But yeah, those are all good choices.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely putting the listeners onto something. Chris, you said you had one.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I have 2, so I'll go and then you can do your last one.
Yeah. Do
All
your
right,
thing,
so
bro.
my 2 non-rap albums, as Adrian said, I tried to stay away from R&B.
Mm.
So I'm gonna go with Clairo. She dropped her album this year, Charm.
Shout out to Clara.
Yeah. I listened to the single Juno, and I had to listen to the whole album. And honestly, the sequencing of the album is really good.
Yeah.
Like the pace of each track and where it was placed, beautiful. And then an artist that I just started listening to this year, Money Long. She has her R&B album that came out this year called Revenge, and it's beautiful. I never listened to her before this year.
Mhm.
I heard like a couple samples here and there on TikTok, like that Twin track.
Yeah. Twin.
Yeah. But shout out to Money Long. That's a big album for sure.
You put me onto that one. I knew it came out, but I didn't listen to it yet. And then I went to listen to it afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually good." Like,
Yeah.
but I was like you. I wasn't assuming that it was. I just heard, the 1-2,
Yeah.
viral songs. But nah, that was a good one. That's a good one.
I love it. I love it when I can find something viral, but then the entire project is good. So.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris? What you got? Non-rap. Talk to me.
Non-rap. I didn't have a lot. Actually surprising, but I'm going country with this one.
Okay.
And it was actually between two because I liked Shabuzi's album. I thought that was really good.
Yeah,
That's a big call out.
You know, big
That's a big
album.
call-out.
That might be it. That might be played more in my house just because like my wife also likes it because it's more like you can dance to it. It's more like upbeat, you know?
Yeah.
Because the other one I was looking at was The Great American Bar Scene, Zach Bryan.
That's a good one too. I can't believe I didn't mention that one. And
Yeah.
honestly, no one mentioned Cowboy Carter, but Cowboy Carter I listened to
True,
recently,
true.
and it's better than I thought it was at the time.
Yeah.
But listen, country's doing their thing this year. Now, their thing means disrespecting black people, but they're doing their thing this year. Like a lot of good country albums, and I'm sure someone is watching this being like, "What about Post Malone?" Because people love that Post Malone album. I don't love it personally, but I think you got some good choices there.
Yeah. So that's what I go with. I thought it was good. Two different vibes of country music. Yeah, I'd probably go the Shabuzi album a little slightly ahead just for like playability with like everybody, you know, more people can listen to. It's got some good features on it, but like, you know, a couple Bud Lights in the garage, 2 a.m., you know,
Shabuzi.
maybe I pour a little whiskey. Then I'm probably gonna go to the bar scene, you know, when I'm getting my feels, thinking about some like, you know,
What kind
some
of life
old.
does this guy live?
Come on.
I don't know, man.
Shabuzi could probably be in the next category of artists that surprised you in 2024.
Yeah.
Because did anyone know about Shabuzi before 2024? Like, I think few
Nope.
people even knew who he was.
No.
And if you knew who he was, definitely didn't see this coming. Because not only is the single Fire one of the most popular singles of all time, the album's actually good too. So he wasn't on my list, but I feel like we can honorary put him in as an artist that surprised us in 2024.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at that. Is
No.
that your choice for artists that surprise
No. So artist surprised me is Lotto.
you? Okay.
I really liked her album. I did not know that she was like that in several different ways. And then Leon Thomas. Yeah, I obviously knew he had a bunch of producing credits, but his album was actually better than a lot of people he produces for, which is not usually the case. Almost like Victoria Monet when she came out with both Jaguars. So Leon Thomas and Lotto are the two for me.
Cool. For me, I'm going with the good old classic. As much as I hype this person up, as much as I talk about this person, as much as the partner I may or may not have gets mad that I keep talking about this woman, I have to say, she surprised me even more this year, and I gotta go with Glow. I didn't put Glow as one of my favorite albums of the three that I chose, but she's still right up there. The album was fire, as Adriel mentioned. It was in his selections. The singles have been hard hitting, and I'm rocking with all of them. And how she's carried herself this year, I have to throw a lot of respect on it.
Are you telling me there's some Glow jealousy going on in the mayor's?
In my house?
In your office?
Yeah, in the mayor's office? Yeah, like...
If there's someone, or if there's not someone, yeah, maybe there's a little bit of jealousy going on. But I do respect how Glow's carried herself. She's been looking better. Like, you can tell that, like, one is money, of course.
Yeah.
But two, you can tell that the label is actually, like, giving her pointers on how to appear in interviews and stuff. She's really cleaned up. Like, she's just talking to people better.
She's
trained.
She's trying.
Yeah, you can see the PR training and stuff. And you know what caught me off guard? I think I put it in our group chat. She had a performance at the BET Awards. And just to see the level of performance that she's like obtained so far.
She's doing choreo too with the rapping.
I respected that a lot more out of Glow.
Yeah.
Considering, like, remember when we watched the first video?
Oh, FNF?
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
you're
that.
just running around ratchet in a car.
Yeah.
From doing that to looking clean and doing choreography, I got a lot of respect for Glow.
And I always say it's like Sexy Red and Glorilla were peers at one point, you know? And it's like Glorilla sold more than every woman this year. Like, so yeah, I think she's put her way to the top. And listen, we were here first, okay?
Yeah, count it.
Unofficial Glorilla podcast.
Come on.
Chris, who do you got for someone who surprised you in 2024?
Yo, I got a hot take for this one, but for surprising me personally, are you asking who surprised me personally?
Yeah.
You, Stax Edwards.
Me,
Yes.
Stax Edwards?
Yes.
Usually a Drake stan, as some people would call me.
As long as you admit it. Some people don't admit it.
I'm gonna say it. I'm a homer to begin with. Like, look at all my sports teams.
The Leafs.
So I'm gonna tell you, Kendrick Lamar and GNX surprised me. I'm surprised how much I really like this project. And first
feel
run,
that.
I almost felt like I shouldn't be listening to this. You know?
You felt dirty.
I feel dirty listening to
You
this.
felt dirty.
Second run.
You came over to my side.
Yeah, I was coming over. I'm
You're
like,
chilling with Adriel
I'm like,
for
oh
a
man,
bit.
is Ralph around right now? Like, why am I doing this?
I was behind you like peekaboo.
Squabble up. But yeah, honestly, that album surprised me just because I haven't liked a few of the last couple albums from Kendrick. So this being in my regular rotation now and me bumping this, like I'm like, it's a really great project. You play the whole thing, just let it run.
What's your song off of it?
The one you don't like, I really like Peekaboo, man.
You know what? It's growing on me.
Yeah, Peekaboo and Reincarnation. I really like those two.
Reincarnation and The Heart Part 6 are the two that I like the most.
Those are your
Yeah.
two? Peekaboo's growing on me. I know last time we talked,
Yeah.
but I started listening to my like proper headphones and I'm fucking with it.
Yeah.
The one my least favorite song on GNX is probably Hey Now. Now I'm really thinking about it.
Yeah, I see that.
Hey Now. And then my favorite track, honestly, it grew on me from when I first listened to it was GNX. I fuck with GNX. So.
Gina's really grew on you, eh?
Yeah, I've been listening to that probably the most.
Kendrick could be in this category. I know it's crazy to say because he's already a superstar.
Because he was quiet in 2023, so
Yeah.
that's
Not even
absolutely
quiet.
fine.
Like, Not Like Us is a legitimate bop.
Yeah.
Like, forget about the pedophile part of it if you can for a second. But, like, did you see Kendrick Lamar making a bop like that ever in his career? You know, like, that was not on our bingo card. Like, his big hits before that, Swimming Pools, Humble. Like, he never had a bop like Not Like Us before in his career. So,
Yeah.
All of the stars, yeah.
so he could be in this group too. Like,
yeah. Being someone who's like a big fan of like, and I know not everyone likes him, but LA style beats.
Yeah, because you're a big Drakeo guy.
Yeah, buddy, the Ruler, man. R.I.P. the Ruler, man. Yeah, just that, and even on that album, I can hear like reminiscence of like that nimble flow that Drakeo has, Draco the Ruler has on it, and I think that's another reason why I liked it so much, and I feel like that's what he did this year, coming out with like that Not Like Us track, like in LA,
opened the door for him
crazy.
to-
Like I just
yeah.
feel like he really channeled, like let me just really put on for my home team, like I would want Drake to do.
Yeah,
Drake
yeah.
take some notes, you know.
We talked about this on multiple pods, and this always gets us back into the Drake Kendrick thing, but I need something regional from Drake.
Yes,
I need something that's like, this is Toronto.
yeah.
And
it's called Views. It came out 2016.
Yeah, but I need like that. I need that young breath, fresh air. Bring like some of the
I
young
need
guys.
something that I could stick with. Views is a great album. Don't get it twisted.
You know what I think?
That was 2016.
2016.
Yeah, I like Views.
I think the difference is in Toronto. The Toronto sound is different for different people.
Yeah,
because I think the Toronto
true.
sound for real is actually more an R&B sound. Like The Weeknd, Party Next Door, even Roy Woods to an extent. Like I think that's to me what the Toronto sound is more. But when you ask that question, everyone's talking about hip hop.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know if we have a hip hop.
But did he give us a Toronto R&B song yet? Like Party did.
Feel No Ways? Feel No Ways is pretty close.
Pretty
like,
close.
yeah,
Pretty
like-
close. But I feel like that's like the mainstream Toronto sound. I feel like different pockets of Toronto, like you're gonna get so many different sounds, but there's so many influences. So
I
it's
need I'm cool with the R&B aspect of it. I do respect that opinion. Like that's a good opinion. But I need something that's like it
You
is
want
Toronto.
a grungy-
It can be no.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be grungy. We can stick with the R&B.
Mhm.
But I need something that's more like this is Toronto R&B. If it's gonna be R&B,
Okay. And you know what? I think when they rumored that album between him and Party that
Just
never
about to say.
happened, that I thought that was gonna be on there because
maybe the upcoming one.
you know what's funny is Recognize, even though I don't think it's one of their best songs, that felt like the closest to a Toronto anthem we've had in a while. And Come and See Me, that one. Those two feel like Toronto type songs.
dude, you know,
I thought Headlines was for me
Yeah.
for a little bit, but
you know what we need? We need, buddy. You know what we need? Here's
Talk to
what we
me.
need. No, you know what we need? We need a new like old time killing. Like we need something like that to come out. That's just like, honestly, like something that can play internationally, but still like has like a
what's
Toronto
funny?
sound.
You know what's crazy? I was watching a clip from Brandon Gomez.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not going to Brandon Gomez for hip hop takes, but he has his platform.
Yeah.
And I respect it. So he got around asking people, did the street interviews. He's like, yo, what's the Toronto anthem? Because it's saying Griselda Blanco.
Yeah.
fair,
It,
fair,
should, it
fair.
shouldn't be Griselda Blanco though. Like, shout outs to Griselda Blanco. Like, I know every single word to that song,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but
Shouldn't be.
it should be Aubrey Graham. You guys want to take it to sports?
Let's do it.
All right, cool. So, real simple for the people.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite sports moment of 2024?
I honestly, I feel like I have an easy one that I really thought you would have this too. So if you don't have this, I'll be surprised. But it's the Paris Olympics, men's basketball, semifinal and final. Those 2 games from Steph Curry against
France
and Slovenia. Not Slovenia. Slovenia?
No,
No.
it was Jokic.
Oh my gosh.
Serbia.
There we go. France and Serbia. Those 2 games were probably like
Those are some big games.
the big games, big
They're
moments.
actually competitive, especially the Serbia game. Very competitive game.
And a lot was on the line, so those games were good. And then opening ceremony, I don't know if you guys remember the opening ceremony of Paris or if you guys watched it, but it was interesting and loopy. Like there was so much going on. They had like a ninja running around. It was raining.
Yeah.
Like
that Last Supper bullshit that they tried doing.
Yeah. There was just so much going on that it was like, I asked myself, I said, have I never seen opening ceremony before, or are they always like this?
Yeah.
So that was interesting because it's like watching that, you're like, what does that have to do with sports? You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool.
Nah, they really tried a thing in Paris, yeah. They kind of failed a little bit, yeah. But it is what it is, especially what they did to that Jamaican sprinter.
Yeah.
The female, I forget her name.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sticking with the Olympics too.
Okay.
I got a different moment from the Olympics, but I'm gonna stick with it. I need you guys to hear me out on this.
Uh-oh.
My favorite sports moment of 2024 was Noah Lyles winning gold. I don't like
the silence.
I don't like Noah Lyles, but I like sprinting.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like sprinting, especially post Usain Bolt,
Yeah.
it didn't have a lot of energy towards it. It didn't have a lot of commercialism towards it. And I feel like Noah Lyles being that shit talker, being that I'm that guy, it brought a lot of eyes to it.
Yeah.
I'm actually with you on this one. You got me.
So
I'm with you on
I
this
don't
one.
like, if me and Noah Lyles pulled up at a party, I'm not talking to him. Like, I don't like that personality type from a man.
Yeah.
But
I like it in an athlete.
I like it in an athlete.
Yeah.
I like that because it's like he's commercializing the sport in a way, because it's, you know what's funny? It's similar to streaming. Like for streaming, if you don't watch streams yourself, we know 2 or 3 streamers, maybe 5.
Yeah.
You know, like they're the only streamers that we know.
Yeah.
Sprinting is the same way. I think the era before with Usain Bolt, there was way more sprinters to know that we were in the know.
Yeah.
But there's not that crop of great guys anymore.
When have we ever had a villain in sprinting?
And that's what I'm saying is like,
Think about that shit.
and he's the one person we know. So we can root for anyone else. Like usually if there's a villain, there's like a good guy to go along with it.
Yes.
He's the villain and the most famous, like by a long shot.
When have you ever seen Jamaicans all united against one cause?
Well, there's one cause I could think of, but
Other than that.
allegedly.
When have you really seen that?
No, for
you know what
sure.
I mean? So I do respect Noah Lyles for like bringing more life into the sport.
And I actually, like, I don't like him as a person. Again, I don't know him, but he does seem corny just from how he acts in interviews and publicly. But I actually am rooting for him to keep winning.
Yeah.
Because I think it's great for the sport. Because even though Usain Bolt, obviously living legend, best sprinter of all time to a lot of people. But I think that the tough part about Usain Bolt's run is that there's a ton of other sprinters who are legendary in their own right, who are kind of like put on the back burner. You know, the Justin Gatlins, the Tyson Gage, Safa Powells, like Johan Blake, like all those guys have stats better than Noah. You know what I mean? So it's like if they were in a different era, they would be the star that Noah's trying to beat. So to have all those star guys kind of lose to Usain Bolt over and over and over again, it's like at least we can bring some kind of energy back.
Yeah.
You know, so I like that one. I like that one. Chris, what's your sports moment of the year?
My sports moment, once again, I'm going to keep it personal to me. And a lot of people are probably going to be like, what are you talking about? But recently, and it's a recent moment. So a couple games back, my boy, Uncle Revo, Ryan Reeves of the Toronto Maple Leafs laid this bone-crushing hit
Oh my
on
God.
Darnell Nurse coming around, and he should have had his head up. I wish he didn't get hit in the head. We don't want headshots. We want to keep that at the game. It was, if you saw the hit, you're going to be like, holy shit. But yeah, he laid him out. Should have had his head up, but he didn't. Wouldn't have got hurt if he had his head up. That's just my personal opinion. Didn't intend to injure him, but recently, literally just today, So a week ago, Darnell Nurse goes on TV and he's talking about it, and he's like, "Oh, his intent was to injure me. Like, we know what kind of player he is." And not true. If you look at his Ryan Reeves' track record, laid thousands of hits, buries guys, very few suspensions, plays within the rules, does it legally. So yeah, Darnell Nurse made that comment. A lot of people were kind of like, "Yo, what are you talking about? That's kind of a shitty comment to make. Like, nobody thinks he was trying to hurt you." Ryan Reeves today, when he was being interviewed, he just says, "Yeah, the only truth that he spoke was I go out there to inflict pain. That's a fact, and it's not going to stop. I'm going to continue to do it legally, but I'm going to keep playing hard and harder now and keep burying guys." So I was hyped up all day, just like reading that. Down. Yeah, man, Ryan Reeves, man, give him the keys of the city.
Yeah. Okay. I like that one because that was a big moment, and I guess it's still even going on. Like, there's gonna be tension, but it's like it shows you kind of the success that we're dealing with here. You know, when it's like a hit is the top moment. You know what I mean? Crazy. Like, I get why it's top moment, but it's like it shows where we're at. Where it's like it's not like a series clinching save.
No,
you know, it's like a regular season hit,
bro. As a Toronto sports fan and a Cowboys fan, I haven't had a lot.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot
to cheer about this year. So these little moments, man, I'm going all in.
I wish I could have threw the Raptors in there, but there's nothing to be excited about.
No.
I like that. I can make this next one quick for you guys. Out of the 4 major league champions this year, okay? So we have the Kansas City Chiefs, the Boston Celtics, the Florida Panthers, and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Which team was your favorite? Which championship was your favorite?
Chris, where are you going with this one?
Oh, easy call, because I hit all my parlays that night. Kansas City Chiefs, baby.
That was an easy ticket.
Easy one. That ticket was easy.
That's mine.
Free
too.
money.
That's mine too, but not for betting, but for the reason that like we're seeing history happen.
Yeah.
I think like we know Mahomes is legendary already.
Yeah.
But this was like, okay, now we can see where he can reach and what he can attain. And the Dodgers had a bit of that as well. But I think when you're watching something where you're like, okay, like they can reach this person or reach this threshold. It's like when Kobe was playing and had his 5th championship. And every season it was like, can he get the 6? Can he tie with Michael?
Yeah.
So I think Mahomes is in that era right now where he even if he doesn't win again, he still went to the Hall of Fame.
Must.
Yeah. But he's in the era where it's like, can he reach Brady? Can he reach the other great QBs? So
young still.
And I think last year was the time when it was like, okay, now we feel like it's more possible.
Because if Mahomes can three-peat, he's not getting 7 chips. In my opinion, he's not getting 7 chips. He has a lot of time. But I don't think he's getting 7 chips. If he does, Mahomes, come find me, bro. But if he can three-peat and be the first QB to three-peat, that's something to hang your hat on this year. So we'll see. They're having a really hot start to the year. And they got one of their, I think Pacheco's back.
Pacheco's back, yep.
So, yeah. I don't know about Rashee Rice, but I think the Chiefs are looking good.
Is Chiefs yours as well?
No, actually, I wasn't going to go with the Chiefs because I knew they were going to win. I wasn't going to go with the Celtics because I knew from the beginning of the season they were going to win. And I'm not a big baseball guy, so I wasn't really going to go with the Dodgers. The team I was going to go with, or I am going with, is the Florida Panthers. And I'll tell you why.
You know what? We're turning off these cameras right now.
Okay. And the mics.
And the mic. Just Ralph's mic we're turning off.
Can I just tell you why?
Yeah, you can tell me.
Can I just tell you why?
Sure.
All right. I brought you on the Kendrick side. Let me bring you on the Florida Panthers.
No, whoa.
That's not happening.
That's not happening.
The reason why is for a championship, it was the most entertaining series because they're up 3-0 and Edmonton almost crept in.
Yeah.
Edmonton won 3 straight, and I thought Edmonton was going to do it.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to get 4 straight. They didn't. They ran out of gas, and that's why it's damn near impossible to do so. But that fact of it, the finals itself, it was the most entertaining finals to me.
That is true. I think the 2 things I think of is like...
Because the Dodgers slapped up New York.
Yeah, but we knew like... You know, once after game 1, we're like, all right, you know. But I think Florida letting them come back almost changed the way that we view Florida now. Because when this season started, Edmonton was the huge favorite. You know what I mean? When it's like Florida won the championship, but everyone's like, no, Edmonton is the team. So I think that's pretty interesting. And then as well, like when I just don't look at Florida in that way. Like I know it's almost like Boston, honestly. Even though Boston's a better team, but it's like I know they've won and I should respect them.
But you
but
just
it's
don't.
just, it doesn't
can't.
give the energy. You know what I mean? So, and listen, none of us picked the Dodgers, so all the Dodgers fans in the comments, let us know how you feel. But I feel like we made the right choice in going 2 Chiefs, 1 Panthers.
Yeah, I'm not mad of it.
Yeah.
Diversity.
Diversity.
Yeah.
I did throw in TV and film. I know. Yo, that sound effect's my favorite one.
That one for diversity is crazy.
Diversity. Yeah.
Reading Rainbow, like.
I did throw in TV and film. I know I'm heavy on a lot of television shows. I'm heavy on a lot of movies. For my favorite television show of 2024, it's one of the first shows that I really locked in and watched this year, and it was Shogun.
Mhm.
Shogun's a really good show. It's a remake. I think it's based off a book, and then they made it into a show before 2000s. And then now they remade it. It was on FX. If you guys have Crave, it's on Crave, but it's really quality feudal Japan. I just like it. It's a really good show. The writing's good. The characters are good. Yeah, I have no complaints about that show at all.
It's in a lot of top 10 lists, so people are with you on that one.
Yeah, great show.
Mine is also in a lot of top 10 lists. Feels like an obvious choice.
Oh, I had a...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to cut you. My honorable mention, I just finished it, The Penguin. The Penguin's a really good show.
The Penguin is my choice.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
My bad.
All good.
My bad.
All good. Yeah, The Penguin is
I
my
feel like
choice.
shit now, bro.
No, it's all good. The Penguin is really good. The ending is obviously really great. I think too, it's such a unique show. Like we've had shows that follow a villain before, but this is a show where there is no good guy. Like no good guy, no good girl, no good person.
Facts.
Like the whole show is like villain on villain violence.
Yeah.
And I feel like we haven't had that many shows like that just in general. And like it's done really well on top of that. But I think it being like villain on villain violence is a pretty cool concept. So
That's
the Penguin's
a great
mine.
pick.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I was gonna say about the Penguin is when you watch shows that are focused on the villain, typically they make you want to like the villain, right?
Yeah.
So they make the villain likable in some aspects, which they do at the beginning of Penguin. But then you start to realize that this guy is actually just a piece of shit.
And even worse than you thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So no spoilers like for the last episode or anything, but it really solidifies how much of a piece of shit this guy actually is. So I've watched so many shows where the villain leaves the show and you're like, yo, he's not that bad of a guy. His parents were just abusive or whatever.
He's that bad
No,
of a guy.
he's a piece of shit. Like his parents were not abusive. He just wants to be a piece of shit.
I had 2 honorable mentions that I don't know if they really had a shot of being my number one show, but shows that we talked about on this show that I feel like we kind of forgot about. One is Baby Reindeer. Yeah, that was a whole moment. And it's funny because like now that they're streaming and binging a show, like a show can have 10 days on the internet where like everyone talks about it and then it's just like
Gone.
after that. Baby Reindeer was one of those based on a true story. And then also based on a true story, The Vince Staples Show.
It's a great show, man.
That's a good one.
So those 2 I'm like definitely got to get a mention. I hope Vince Staples, can replicate that with a second season.
Yeah. You got signed on for season 2.
Yeah, so I'm hoping he can do just as good because sometimes we know a ton of shows where the first season is like the holy grail and then it changes after that. So I hope that's not the case here, but those are my 2 honorable mentions.
Yeah, I hope the Vince Staples show is longer. Like that last season, I think it was like 5 episodes.
Yeah, at
it's
least
short.
10.
Yeah, give me 10.
It's like the pilot season.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But he proved himself for sure.
Definitely. So for movies.
Did you have anything for TV?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right, so for TV shows, I actually got 2. My first one is it's a comedy, Tires on Netflix. Shane Gillis, comedian.
Oh, I know that show. Okay.
Yeah. So he basically they're working in like a small town tire shop, and it's just a funny comedy. If you know who Shane Gillis is, like it's a good it's just fun talking shit comedy. Like they got a bunch of good characters in there. What's his name? Stavros is in there, comedian.
Yeah.
A couple other guys, but it's like all his friends most of them are friends from Philly. Andrew Schultz has a small part in it. But it's like local guys that he worked with, came up with, and him and one of his best friends, Keeves, is a guy who writes it. And they used to do a bunch of shorts on YouTube called the Gillian Keeves Show.
Yeah.
So if you know that show, it kind of has that kind of style of comedy, where they're just working it's kind of shot like The Office.
Yeah.
So
that's a show that I haven't heard anyone say anything bad about.
no,
like some people don't know it exists. But if people watch it, everyone says it's good.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen it myself, but I'm a co-sign that one because no one said anything bad about that show, not even one time.
Yeah. They just got re-signed. So they put all their money into it and shot, recorded, edited, filmed
Or did
the
themselves.
whole thing with their own money and then sold it to Netflix, the pilot, which was like another short series, 6 episodes, I think. And then Netflix just signed them up for season 2. So they're shooting season 2
that's
right
big.
now.
Nice.
Okay.
And then underneath that, I probably Griselda. I like the Griselda miniseries.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I haven't got into that. That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, I need to finish that. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like those kind of styles of movies, man. One of my favorite movies, if you know me, is Blow. Like I don't know why, I just love. I don't know. I like those kinds of shows, movies. Trying to, yeah. So those are probably the 2 TV shows that I put up there, other than From, which I mentioned on the other episode, was a good
Yeah.
show.
Also from season 3.
Season 3.
They just got renewed for season 4.
Yeah, real interesting show.
No, sorry, season 2. Was that season 2?
Season 2. I think they're on season 3 now.
Yeah.
They're just airing season 3 now.
Okay.
Or
yeah,
it just finished.
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
came
yeah,
out
yeah.
this year.
Okay.
But yeah, season 3 of From was good. I'm a Yellowstone guy, so that's in the mix too. You know, the recent season.
We're gonna talk about that another time, but Yellowstone I could not get into. I tried.
Really? That's fair.
No, I tried that first episode like more than once.
First episode is a little off. It's actually the first episode. It's a slow burn to get into it. I agree. I've heard that before too.
Are there black people in Yellowstone? I always see homeboy. Who's the main actor? Older guy?
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, I always see him in ads, but
I maybe I didn't make it far enough to see any of the black people, but I want to give it another shot.
Fam.
Yeah, you gotta get to episode 2. Episode 2.
Soft launch.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, that's it for TV shows. For film, I'd probably go Dune 2, man. I really like.
My nigga Chris, let's get it.
That's what you had too?
I had that too.
Let's go.
Yeah. Dune I wanted to put in here, but I was like,
it's good.
no, it is.
Good
It is.
It's beautiful. Like,
Dude,
it's shot nice.
I watched it twice. Like I watched it one time
Same.
hungover, and I was not feeling great, but I just had to keep watching it.
Yeah.
And then like the next week, I'm like, go to my wife. I'm like, you got to watch Dune 2. She's like, I never saw Dune 1. I'm like, you'll be fine. It's
Dune
just
2 is better than Dune 1.
way better.
Yeah. You know, like if this was in the Blockbuster days, it would go Blockbuster Platinum.
Must.
Like this would be one you would rent again even after seeing it. Because I saw it the second time probably like 2 weeks after I saw it in theaters.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like
And you saw it in theaters.
I saw it in
Yeah, I saw it in
theaters,
theaters
and
too,
then
yeah.
I came home and watched it again, and I was like, yeah, so that's right to be up there. Did you have anything else other than Dune 2 as your top? Films?
I had Mad Max Furiosa. Was good.
Mad Max. I thought of too.
Yeah.
I liked the first one better
With Tom Hardy.
Yeah. This one was still good, but not as good as the first one.
I have a crush on Anya Taylor-Joy.
No, I completely understand.
Okay.
Completely understand. My 2 movies were Speak No Evil, which is a horror movie.
I saw that. Good movie.
Yeah, actually really good. That has kind of a lot of replay value too. Even when you know what's gonna happen, it's still cool to kind of see like how no spoilers.
It's a good Netflix and chill movie. For
Yes.
you guys out there.
Netflix and Prey. That's a good one for that.
I don't know what that is.
And then the other one is Bob Marley One Love.
Ooh.
Like. This is probably another convo to have, but the biopics coming out because the biopic game is changing completely. Like Pharrell's Piece by Piece is, Lego. Better Man, Robbie Williams is him being played as a CGI monkey. And then Bob Marley One Love is like basically a Jamaican movie. So all my Jamaicans watching this, listen to this. You know what I mean? Like, it has the tone of a Jamaican movie. You know what I mean? So. That has one of different nostalgia reasons because it's like going to the theater and watching a Bollywood movie if you're from that culture. So I was very surprised by that. One of my least favorites, I didn't have a movie I hated a lot this year. It was hard for me to find like a least favorite movie, but I listen, when it comes to hate, I'm going to be there and find a way to do it.
Tyler Perry.
Hate.
You wish. Twisters.
Oh, the sequel.
Yeah.
That's it. We could all hate on that.
Yeah. That's an easy one.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Yeah.
Who did you have for the one that you hated?
I didn't even know that was gonna be what we're doing. My least favorite movie this year. Fuck. Come back to me.
Okay, Chris, you got one? Least favorite?
I'm in Ralph's boat right now, buddy. I'm trying probably Twisters.
Twisters
was terrible.
You watched Twisters in theaters?
No, I watched it at home on my box.
Oh, okay.
Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
I've seen some movies I didn't like, but they didn't come out this year.
I wasn't feeling
That's-
the recent Bad Boys movie. I wasn't really feeling it.
I thought it was okay actually. I was actually impressed. I thought it was gonna be way worse.
Mm.
Martin Lawrence is definitely washed. Like
No, he's washed. That was part of the reason why I
yeah.
wasn't feeling it.
I actually saw this movie with him and I forgot who else is in it, but it's like him playing a cop. Came like 2022 or something. And I started watching it and I was like, Martin Lawrence can't carry no movie, man.
He's done, man.
Yeah.
Was that Blue Streak 2? Like, did they come up with a 2?
No,
Am I
it wasn't.
tripping?
It wasn't. I would actually try and watch that.
Dude, because Blue Streak was the dude.
Yeah, but and you know what's funny to say is like, I kind of feel like Martin Lawrence is one of the most overrated, like black comedians, entertainers, actors. Like,
Yeah.
he's not such an entertainer overrated. Such an entertainer is like the most overrated, but Martin is like right up there. Like, I think the show's overrated. I think his acting's
You
overrated.
think Martin's overrated?
Yeah, like
Oh no, I know the worst movie I watched this year.
what?
But I want to stick on this topic. You think Martin Lawrence is overrated? Eh?
Yeah. I
You think the
so.
show Martin is
I
overrated?
think the show's overrated too.
Wow.
Like to me, there's like an upper echelon of black shows that Martin is not in, but people put the show in there often.
Okay, so what's the upper echelon for you?
I think it's Fresh Prince, obviously, like
Yeah.
top.
Bang.
Then I think the next tier is like Jamie Foxx show, Bernie Mac show,
Okay.
Wayans Bros.
Whoa, the Wayne Bros.
And then you got Martin.
And then I would go My Wife and Kids, Smart Guy, Sinbad.
So
And
you have Sinbad over Martin?
no, Martin is in the Sinbad area. Not Smart Guy, but Martin's in the Sinbad area.
Where do you
to
put
me.
the Steve Harvey show?
Steve Harvey show's kind of low for me.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Kind of low for me. But I would put Martin in the Sinbad area.
What about the Monique? What was the Monique show called again?
I forgot the name of it. I know what you're talking about. I didn't like that show either, though.
Yeah, okay.
One-on-one?
One-on-one was good with Caleb Pratt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One-on-one.
You know what show I never really got into?
What?
Oh, fuck, I just forgot.
Damn.
Fuck, I just forgot.
But one-on-one,
It
I'd
was
have put
so
ahead
bad.
of the Martin show.
That's a tough one.
I know everyone loves Martin, but I'm like, I just don't think it holds up for real. Like, I just think it was a time where it was like, even if you want to include Everyone Hates Chris. Everyone Hates Chris
No,
compared
that's
to
above
Martin.
Martin. That's above Martin.
That's what I'm saying.
Moesha's the one I never really got into.
Yeah, me neither.
I never got
me
into
neither. Me neither. I could never. And it's like, I'm not even including like shows like Girlfriends.
Oh,
Like,
that's upper echelon.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, Martin is actually like lower mid tier. You know, like if this is basketball, Martin's in the playing game. Like, not missing the playoffs completely, but like the 9 seed.
So people are gonna cut you up for this clue.
Yeah.
I stand by it, man. And
I'm not mad at it though.
I'm happy you followed up because all the shows I named above Martin, no one can contest. Maybe Sinbad if you don't know about Sinbad.
That's the only one I think you took a L on.
No, but people don't know. But that show was low key good. If you don't know about Sinbad, that's different.
No, I fuck with Sinbad.
But like that
As a
show
comedian.
was, but like Bernie Mac, Smart Guy, My Wife and Kids.
So what's the best black comedies?
I think you gotta go Fresh Prince. Like that's just
That's the goal? That's the goal for
yeah,
me too.
yeah.
All right.
that's the bar.
What about you, Chris? What's the best black comedy?
If I don't know if I'm allowed to answer, but
You are.
all right. I go Fresh Prince, man, but that's just, nostalgia
Yeah.
growing up, man. That's what you watch after school. Come home, Fresh Prince, Steve Harvey show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Sister. Sister
Sister
Ooh,
Sisters.
Sister was
okay.
a bot, man, on Omni One.
Yeah. That's
Omni One.
that's a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah, like also, so when everyone's in the comments cutting me up for the Martin show, of course, make yourself known in the comments. But let me know where I can stream the Martin show now, so I can maybe revise this. If you got somewhere where I can stream it now, plug me out, give me a link, and maybe 2-3 months from now, I can have a different tune. I doubt it because all the shows I named are legitimate. But
You know what? I'll see if I can get my boys Plex for you if you want to.
there you go. Shout out to Plexi.
Talk to Sheldon.
I was gonna say before I forgot, the worst movie I watched this year was Madam Web.
Oh, you actually saw that?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it on Crave.
Sorry to hear that.
It wasn't it. It wasn't it.
I haven't even heard of it.
Exactly. It's a superhero movie, but no superhero action.
Yeah. You know what? One movie I want to see really badly that I heard is Wicked, Gladiator 2.
You heard it's good?
I heard great.
I heard it's not.
Really? I heard it's
Yeah.
good. And I
Really?
heard
I heard
that
it's not.
Denzel's acting
I
was
heard
like
Denzel was the peak.
amazing.
What I heard, it's enjoyable but disappointing.
Really? That's not what I
it's
heard.
not like the first. Like,
Well,
it's not, it
that's
doesn't
not-
No,
have
but
that's
you
soul
can't
of the
expect it to be.
That's the disappointing part. I think all of us went in with the first on our mind,
Mm.
but I think as a movie itself, it's not actually bad. But like, if you're thinking about the first movie,
As a sequel, it's not.
Yeah, but
Fair.
it's a standalone movie. It's 20 years later. You know what I mean? Like at this point, it's like it's not really a sequel.
I'm gonna
No.
watch it though. I want to make my own opinion, but what I heard, it wasn't that.
Yeah,
Damn.
that I want to see too. I'm with you, Chris. I want to see that.
Yeah, I just want to hear. I want to see Denzel's acting because even in the clips, just the way, like the thing about Denzel's acting, just the way that he gets into character with like his face movements, his gesture, like he's really good at just
his
like
charisma.
Yeah,
just
no one
dialing
else
in,
has
man.
that, I feel like.
not nowadays.
Yeah, like when he retired, that's what we're gonna miss because even the
Yeah.
other top actors like don't have that gravitas that he has.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
like remember that? What was that plane movie where he was
Flight?
like he was the alcoholic guy and they're like doing
yeah.
lines just to get ready.
Was it called Flight?
Yeah,
yeah,
I know which
Flight.
one you're talking about.
Yeah, like even like that, he's just like
Before we
Believable.
hear your animated shows, Denzel is at the top of this list, and maybe it's a list we can do one day, and Will Smith is on it too, where they try and make this actor look like down bad and just like don't give them a lineup. They do that with Denzel a lot.
They do it with Denzel.
Like we know it's Denzel. Like we like especially in the black community.
You think Will doesn't get cuts in the shows?
No, but like
his movies.
in a movie that like for like even like Pursuit of Happiness or like 7 Pounds, they'll kind of
those are
like
two, yeah.
not give him a haircut, you know, like no lineup, and it's like okay, he's down bad. It's like no, we still know this is Will Smith. Like we can see it, you know, like Denzel the same way. It's like y'all could try and make him a little like chubbier here or down bad here. It's like no, like this is still
It's still the GOAT.
yeah, exactly.
Not mad at that. You guys let us know in the comments of TV shows and movies. Like, are you guys agreeing with it? Are you fucking with it? You hate what we chose? Like, are you coming to LA with me and Chris? Let me know.
Also, the Martin hate, if you agree with me, make yourself known in the comments. Like, if you agree with me, please.
Dude, I don't know who's gonna be agreeing with you. Even just like the Red Rig Online, like I feel like people loved the sequel, maybe or when they came back.
Sheep.
You think it's nostalgia? Maybe it's like
Tripling down.
Yeah.
Sheep. Think for yourself, man.
Adriel said, I ain't no sheep. Oh, man. All right, guys. Usually we close the podcast with the animation suggestions, the non-rap, whatever. I'm going to keep the animation suggestions before the closing of the podcast because every episode I give you guys an animation suggestion. So many different animated projects came out this year. A lot of top shows. Honorable mention, I have Solo Leveling. That was really quality. But I'm going to give you guys my top 3, okay? And I'm going to do in order. Number 3, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. If you guys don't know about Jujutsu Kaisen as anime fans, please let me put you on. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is fight after fight after fight after tragedy after fight.
I thought you were going to go with a show that came out in 2024, like a new show.
Oh, this season came out this year.
Okay, so that's how you're doing it.
I was going to rock it.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that okay with you?
No, it's absolutely not, but you're going to do it anyways.
All right. My other 2 shows came out this year, though.
Okay.
One of my 3 shows came out this year.
Okay.
Sorry. So Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, if you want top-tier animated battles and a good power system, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. My next one, Disney Plus. The only reason I got the subscription this year because me and Marvel are beefing right now. X-Men 97. They brought the remake, continuation, prequel, sequel, whatever you want to call it. But they brought X-Men 97 back. And let me tell you, that was one of the best seasons of television, not just animation, television that I was able to watch in 2024. Enthralling. Especially that one episode, the Gambit episode. You guys that watch it, you guys know what I'm talking about. So X-Men 97, that's number 2. Adriel, I'm going to hit everybody with a bold take right here. Really bold take right here. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
The best animated show this decade.
Wow.
I know we're only 4 years in the decade, but the best animated show this decade is Arcane.
Okay.
I need you guys to watch Arcane. Season 2 just finished. There's only about 8 to 9 episodes per season. Trust me when I say the characters are amazing. The fights are amazing. The emotion, the writing, the artwork, the design, the voice acting. Shout outs to Haley Steinfeld, Ellie Purnell. This is one of the best video game adaptations I've ever watched in my life. And I'm ranking it not only as number 1 in 2024, but the best animated project that I've been able to watch this decade.
That's a big claim. That is a really big claim. It's on my list. I told you I've been starting it, and it's like my Christmas show. You know when you get that time in Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
in between days when nothing's really happening? This is one of those days where I'm on my Christmas coma. I'm just gonna sit back.
Proper.
This is the show I have saved up. I'm like, I'm not watching no movies because I do not want to not be caught up by the time the next season comes out.
Yes.
That's one of my regrets of the year in terms of watching TV is like, I want to be up to date. So I would say, listen, this is probably the recommendation to watch before anything we suggested on this show today is Arcane. Gotta be number one. And you know what I think Arcane does as well, because it is so visually appealing,
Mm-hmm.
is it helps the people who have kind of a stigma about animation and anime.
Yes.
The people who feel a certain way about that, I think this is the show for
it's
them.
a big talk, Adriel.
Yeah.
And you're full of big talks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. And it's not just you I appreciate. It's not just Chris I appreciate. I appreciate every single listener that's been able to sit down and listen, experience, watch, subscribe, like, comment to the mayor's office. This is a project that we've been doing a little over 3 years now, and we're going to continue to do it. We don't give a fuck what you have to say about it.
Tell 'em.
I want all of the listeners to have a good holiday season. But we're going to get into that. What I want to talk about now is our non-rap suggestions. You want to go first, Adriel or Chris? How you feeling?
I want to go first because this one I've been listening to a lot, and I somehow end up choosing some of these like huge records for my non-rap suggestion. Now, I'll be real. I wanted to go with something yacht rock because I just watched a yacht rock documentary.
Keep talking about it.
No, it was good, and like now I might like songs. It's just like 18.
Nah, he sent me a post with yacht rock. I was like, yo, I can kind of vibe to this.
No,
shit.
Yeah, some of it's good, man.
No.
I'm telling you, and it's like it's obviously everyone knows this, but like they took a lot from black music at that time,
Mhm.
and it became the popular music at that time.
Yep.
So to see just like the mix of the two was really cool. But I'm not doing any of those. Okay, I'm going like 90s UK pop. Okay, I recently saw Better Man. It comes out on Christmas, so none of y'all have seen this movie when I'm talking about it. It comes out on Christmas. A biopic about Robbie Williams, who's a huge pop singer from the UK, and this is his biggest hit. It played in the movie a couple times, and it was voted the best song out the UK in the past 25 years. But it was getting the Nickelback treatment. He's just too popular. I hear it too much. I don't want to hear it anymore. And I said, listen, I haven't heard this song since I was a child. This song is a banger. It's Angels, Robbie Williams. If you want like a great pop ballad to sing your heart out to, this is it. So Angels, Robbie Williams, the last non-rap suggestion of the year.
Damn. Let's get a sound effect for Adriel, huh?
Mhm.
I'll go next. Sticking with Arcane, soundtrack's phenomenal. There is a track that really stood out to me by Royal and the Serpent. It's called Wasteland.
Listen, I'm adding it as you speak.
Honestly, just add the whole soundtrack for
I see it.
Arcane. Just add the whole season 2 soundtrack. Trust me, bro. Change your life.
Arcane is doing numbers on Spotify. Let me tell
Is
you
it
that.
actually?
Yo, Enemy with Jid from season 1 is 1 billion plays. They have 26 million monthly listeners.
Just Arcane.
Just Arcane.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's more than a lot of niggas' favorite artists.
No, I'm telling you, Arcane's doing numbers.
That's fucking nuts, yo. I didn't even know that.
Oh my goodness. Did not see that coming. All right, Wasteland, you said?
Yeah, Wasteland's good. And there's a next track, Mom, Malheur, Enemy or something like that.
Yep. Okay, I see it here.
Yeah.
I like your French.
Malheur. You
Um,
know, it's the language of love. And you know me.
I like the kind of mix of artists they have on here too. Like Mike Shinoda doing the intro. Big shout out to Linkin Park, back together, of course. Chris, have you heard their new song?
No.
Okay, there's another podcast, but they have a new lead singer. I forget her name, but it's a woman, and they just put out a new song. It's actually good.
Okay.
It's actually good.
Fair.
Chris, what do you have for non-rap?
For non-rap, it's probably maybe I'm not gonna. I think it's a pretty well known song. I was gonna pick Spanish Harlem Benny King because I've been bumping that lately, but that's pretty well known. So we'll go with Cassius Culpepper, After Me. It's kind of like honestly, it's a country song. It's like a folky kind of.
You're a
Kinda
country
joint.
vibes today.
Apparently. I've been drinking a lot lately. Maybe that might be what it is.
Everything's okay at home?
Yeah, no, everything's good. We're good. We're good.
For you, he gets time coded too.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm the only one safe on this podcast.
Mad
now.
thing, mad thing.
For now.
Allegedly for me. Episode 67 of the Mayor's Office podcast. We got a lot of big plans in the new year for everybody that is listening consistently with us. We got a lot of ideas that we're going to really showcase, and we have the blueprint out for it. So we can't wait to share with you guys all of that. We do have our live show that's coming up, our second live show, second of many. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to miss sitting around my guys. Like, we're going to do some content here and there in December and stuff, but I'm going to miss like sitting down and locking in and just hanging out with everybody,
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Chris, like, you smell great. Adriel, you have the peak male form, so it always gives me something to aspire to.
Peak male physique.
Buddy, 6 feet, talks to girls. He's good.
Come on, man. 6'1" on a good day, bro. But we do appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. This is something that we consistently do. We always talk about on the side how to like make this better and keep working towards like a definitive product. So we really want to make sure that this product is the best possible product for you guys. So really appreciate everybody that's had that opportunity to kind of listen and provide feedback and just be a part of the family. So love you guys.
Yeah, 2025, before we get out of here, I'm making a goal for you here on this podcast, is figure out a name for your supporters. Nikki has the Barbs, okay? Rana has the Navy.
The Navy.
I know you had the constituents. It's something that you were
I need less syllables.
floating out there, but I feel like
hashtag as well.
yeah, like that's gonna be misspelled consistently.
I don't even know how to spell it.
So that's like your goal for the next year coming up is figure out a name for your supporters.
What is your goal for next year?
My goal is something I call being in the building. It's a phrase that I used to use in high school. They say have your foot in the door.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a step past your foot in the door. Like
the whole body's in the building.
You are in the building.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
He's taking up
Like,
space.
yeah, you're in the lobby and it's not a visitor's pass.
Oh,
You're already there. So that's my goal for
bad.
2025 is to be in the building. But I want to say thank you as well. Like, thanks everyone for watching, being a part of this. Thank you in advance for coming to the live show on the 14th. And make sure you're subscribed. That's first and foremost, okay? You want to see us get up those rankings on YouTube and your podcast platforms. Make sure you're subscribed. Leave us a rating and a review. 5 stars, not a single star less. Of course, follow us on the interwebs. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. You can find us there. And until next time, cancel canceling, bring back bullying, know yourself, know your worth.
Not your little niggas.